Chance, baby.
Welcome to the we live on the corner, live on the corner, live on the corner, this quarantine corner, live on the corner, say we live on the corner, live on the corner, at this quarantine corner, where you at with? Where you at with? Black History Month, where you at with? Black History Year, Black History Year, hey, tell your mama that we black, blackity black, blackity black. I was blackity black, blackity black. I was black in the black, in the back of the black. Black in the black, and I had the black in the black. Yeah, black in the black, because I was back in the black. Oh, back in the black, the window back in the black.
Hold up, man.
Boy, welcome. Well, tell you, man. Again. I was another Monday. I was a battle rapper in my former life, niggas. That boy was straight Eminem on me. That was rapping on me. He turned up. That was the big Clarence. Just starts I was like, wait, bro. You like really rapping on me. Like, damn, I don't even really know how to rap. I got scared. Like, what do I do now? I don't know what you would have done at that moment. I don't know. I took control of the black word. I had you in the moment. It was cool. Welcome to Ask Quarantine Corner. Y'all every Monday. It's Black History Year, y'all. Black History Year, y'all. Black History Year. We're not doing a month. We're celebrating all year. We're going all week. We actually have been all year. The pandemic kind of forced a lot of you motherfuckers to have to celebrate Black History a lot earlier than you thought you had to. Yeah. What happened over the summer and with George Floyd and, Breonna Taylor, everybody else. I can't even go through all of them, but you know who they are. But because of that, y'all had to bring awareness to which I've been doing to fucking black people again, and then highlight us again. And so it's been going on all year. So we might as well just say it's Black History Year since we've taken over the whole year. I thought it was Black America, but I'll take that too. It's pretty much America. It's black. It's blackity black. Like what has been done without black people being here? We got our hand in a lot of stuff. First off, we own a lot of stuff. We are the thing. We are the stuff, but I'm saying we are the cool. Facts. We control. We control the cool, bro. We control the cool, and as long as you control the cool, you control consumerism. Consumerism. But that's if you control that, you control that. But we don't own the consumerism part. Yeah. We own the cool part and consuming. Consumers. We got the consuming part down. You know how to go buy some Louis. What's that? Basquiat on Coach now. I'm not a Louis motherfucker though. But man. They got if you had money, would you be a Louis motherfucker? We got money, but I'm saying if you had, I would buy the Virgil stuff of Louis. Virgil. You would wear that. I would not like the whole collect, but just. Certain, like a t-shirt, maybe like a t-shirt or a backpack or something, maybe like a duffel bag. I'm gonna get a couple of them, just. See, I get a knick-knack. I get a knick-knack, but not like a full out. No, think about it. I still want to go get like the Virgil, what he did at IKEA, the stuff that he had come out at IKEA. Did y'all see that collection? IKEA. It was like the thing is just a receipt. And it was just like a big mat. Oh, like the mats and shit. It was weird. The stuff. And it said like bag on it. Like but it was Virgil. He making it simple for the people out there. Everybody. Bro, he's made money out of that, man. A lot of money out of that. Ain't gonna continue to make people did not like that Pop Smoke album cover though. Yeah, man. I don't know what was so bad about it. Why was it trash? What made it trash? It was just a picture. I think that's what people were upset. So what if I thought Lil Wayne album cover was trash? When he was the little kid with the graduation hat. What if I thought? How you gonna be mad at a nigga baby? That ain't trash. How you gonna call a nigga baby on trash? 2 Chainz just dropped a CD with his baby picture. They wasn't talking about Pop Smoke. They were talking about that trash rose he put on that. What's wrong with it? They
ain't got Pop Smoke. Can we see Pop Smoke? Not the goddamn rose.
That's fair. That's fair.
Goddamn, you could have put quotations on his face. That would have been all right. I don't know what the fuck. That would have been better than that rose shit. I'm just sorry. I didn't like that. I ain't like that.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the corner. Yeah, well, people definitely buy the shoes with the shit that say tester shoe on it. And look. Yeah. What is so cool about it? It's the off-whites. I know it's the off-whites, but they are supposed to be. It's like a base shoe. Like when you're getting ready to like design a shoe, that's pretty much what it looks like, and now it's being sold as a high ticket, and which I kind of like. You know what I'm saying? You like the price? No. No. Y'all know, hey, we actors up here. I don't know what y'all think I'm swimming in, but it ain't that much money. I'm swimming. Yeah, we swimming in something.
Yeah, but it ain't.
I ain't want to say that because it would have sounded bad if I said it. I don't know why. It sounded bad when I said it. It sounded bad in my head. I was like, I'm swimming in something, but it ain't right. That's why I stopped my head. I was like, yeah, we swimming in something. I don't know where you really going. Theater. Scripts, swimming in a lot of scripts. You know, audition. Praying is one of those things I swim in. I swim in the pool. In the pool pit. Let me stop. Let's just quit while we're here, man. Sorry, mother. Man, we are definitely discussing some dope ass black writers and figureheads and just great people of the culture that poured into the black culture, that paved the way for people like us, like me and you, like some of y'all out there, unless, you know, you're not like some of us in here. But it's cool. It paved the way for you too, in some sort of way. But cool. Paved the way, a big way for us. And we just wanted to celebrate some of those writers, some of those actors, some of those poets, some of those activists, and just give reverence to them in the only way that we know how, which is through our theatrical speaking skills and performance skills. So we will be diving into that tonight. So we ask that you tell everybody you know to tune in. It's been a while. Y'all ready? So fuck the live, share the live, but share the fucking episode. Please, we got to get people on YouTube. Tell all you people, go to YouTube, it's somewhere, it's here, go there. Go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button, y'all heard Joe's song, all that shit, man. Y'all heard Joe's song. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Please go to YouTube. We need you to please go to YouTube and just build us up on there so we can drop a commercial or have somebody pay us to play their commercial. You know, we just trying to get a little big time, and we need y'all to help us with the big time, If you know what I'm big time saying. I'm not trying to do no pimp talking to them, but we came out there. I was doing acting faces, like letting them know I got range out here. We do got range out here. I got range. But we just saying, the more that y'all can gear people towards our YouTube, which is Actors Quarantine Corner. Yup. Man, we love that, man. So that's just a quick commercial in the middle of the podcast right now, as we do how we do on Monday night, man. We are our own media. And we brought this up kind of last week if y'all tuned in, but what is some of y'all favorite black activists, actors, poets? Who are some of y'all just growing up? We're not going to go through all of them, but just throw a few out there right now. Like, who's some of your favorite and why? Like, why do they ring true? Except, you know, don't give me the normal. Give me if it is the normal, cool.
I'm going to say, because, like, y'all probably going to laugh, but Lorenz Tate was one of my favorites. Okay. Because, like, he reminded me of myself, And I was like, oh, if I can see him on that little dude, still sexy, suave, all the ladies love him, I can do that too. So like he kind of inspired me in that sense. But then he's a dope actor too. So, and I really like the whole dynamic between his brothers, how they have their own company.
Man, that shit
like,
dope.
That alone, like, lets me know that he's a focused brother. So that's somebody I look up to.
And you know, Lorenz Tate is like Black History now, man. I know, Lorenz. If you see this, man, I know you don't look old, but. Man, you been out there, man. I've been watching you since fucking old dog, man.
Old dog. What it take, man?
Bro.
Yeah,
What it take?
Bro.
Say
Hey, y'all want that cheeseburger? Cause you know, I'm telling you. Hey, y'all want some of these cheeseburgers? Like, for real.
Now, these motherfucking niggas murdered your cousin. And when we gonna get up in here, you gonna act like you don't want to ride on these niggas?
Man.
Hey,
Classic, bro.
Kane.
Hey, both of you motherfuckers shut the fuck up, man.
What you gonna do, Kane? What you gonna do, Kane?
But that was my shit, man. Lorenz Tate is a dope ass actor,
man,
dope
shit.
creator.
He was even the best half crooked mayor on fucking Power.
Man, he brought acting to power.
I believe, like, you, man.
Bro, we have a debate on this.
I know, because I look, now I'm about to see the nigga. I'm
We
like,
have a
one
debate on
penny
this
and
all day.
he was all too like, and I'm just
Bro,
about to
he
see
be
him.
hating, bro. Like, them boys.
My man, when Lorenz Tate was in power, I was like, oh, I could really watch this. Because you got, especially with the scenes with him and Omari Hardwick, you was like, oh, shit, there's some acting going
So,
on.
Omari only acted when Lorenz was in her, is what you say?
Lorenz pushed that motherfucker. Omari was like,
He was the same, man.
I can't talk like this. I can't do it. I can't do it because the show is still about me, so I can do whatever I want to do. No, Tariq, I'm not trying. I can say or do whatever I want to do. Tariq, it's about me. I'm just trying to tell you that.
They hate, bro.
Tariq, answer.
They hate, bro.
Answer.
They hate, bro.
Tasha, I told
But
you
that's
not
like
to pick up
every
the kids.
episode and didn't miss
I
it.
told you not to pick up the kids.
Every episode and didn't miss it.
I watched it.
I wanted to see how.
Oh, no, I
You're not gonna
I was
watch some
in
shit
it.
that's trash. You're not gonna
bro.
watch some shit. None of us are gonna watch some shit that's trash.
Bro,
All the way trash.
you would
acting.
also watch a wreck
Come
and
on,
a plane crash too, but that don't make the shit good.
You're not gonna watch it as entertainment, man. You're not gonna tune in every Sunday and make sure you view that. That's what you're doing with Power.
That's messed up.
I didn't know
That's what y'all was doing.
I didn't know what was happening.
But they had
It was
no
gonna be a
acting.
plane crash or a car wreck, or is 50 Cent
Come
gonna
on,
come
man.
back
Get 'em
from
boys
being
that
on
props,
fire
man.
50 times?
Now they ain't finna win no Oscars or nothing. I ain't saying that, but give them their props. They played their roles very, very well, bro.
Yes, it was.
Not everybody.
It was for
everybody.
Who didn't play it well, bro?
What, Tyreek?
Look,
They gave this man a whole nother.
why are we
Tyreek?
Let's call it what it is, bro.
But this black here, we supposed to be celebrating.
No. It ain't even about. I'm about to say it right now. The reason why we are all so invested is because whether the acting was good or not, the writing in Power
Man,
is good.
It's
Period.
great. You're
And
right.
that's the whole point.
You were seeing great
The writing is
and
still good.
The writing
is still good.
Stop it.
The story plot is
Stop it.
great. Now, the only problem that I have
They gonna
is
watch niggas that can't.
this
act.
new story plot, this new story going on with
It's
Tariq
good. That shit
is
good.
not that great. Like I need
great
time to come
story.
back.
I'm done. I dropped off
Great
with Power.
story.
I'm glad.
I'm done.
It's a great story.
Cause I bet 50 Cent
I
gonna
bet
come
you'll
back.
enjoy it.
Done.
Bet you'll enjoy
I'm
it.
done.
No, man, I'm done.
not
I don't want to see
watching
50
this
Cent come back, dog. The man got burned up in a fire and came back the
got
next
shot by
fucking
the
season.
police.
And then got shot by the police. And we still ain't know if he was dead. Like, niggas was still saying, I didn't think, I don't know.
But y'all said that's good writing. You just said that was good writing.
That's not good writing.
I said it. I did.
I said the writing.
I think the writing.
I feel like the writing was good, and then I think he fired some good people along the way, and then the writing started to do.
I
some
think
crazy
if
shit.
they did that show
I can
with
see that.
It
anybody
started to
else,
become so popular.
It was different. It was different in the beginning, but it was still. It was always soap operas, bro.
I think if they did that show with anybody else, with all new actors, and only the only actor they bring back is Tommy, the show will still be phenomenal. That's my opinion.
Tommy was a good actor on the show.
No, Tommy made, when you watch it,
I would watch a spinoff of Tommy.
Because of Tommy. You didn't think he was like that. Like,
they should have went with the Tommy spinoff. I'm not trying to say, but Tommy, fuck it, Tommy's white. I'm not going to say
true.
You need
I'm sorry, Tommy.
For Tommy stuff to work.
We fuck with you, bro, but it ain't about you today.
It ain't about you today, Tommy. So fuck, you shouldn't have got it,
bro.
They went with the black young dude,
about you
and he deserves it. What up, DJ? What's good?
I just want to put this out there. In Utah, they are giving parents the option to opt out of Black History Month.
What type of fuck shit is that?
I don't even know how you opt out of Black History Month in school, but they have given parents the option for their children.
So we say we're gonna talk about Martin Luther King.
Can we opt out of white history? Like, so we opt out of that shit?
Then you ain't going to school.
Do February?
I mean, you ain't going to school.
I don't know the details. I just know that.
I mean, that's anybody that have a history program. You can choose to go to the Black History program.
Not on the white history. Bro, in seventh grade, what the fuck did we have to take? What was our social studies? Thank you very fucking much.
We didn't have to go see a show. We talking about.
But we had to learn Texas history. We didn't learn Black Texas history, did we?
You're right. I don't disagree with you.
We learned that Texas was Mexico. They killed everybody.
Took back half of Mexico. And almost Oklahoma.
Brought some slaves in.
Hey, I didn't learn.
We were the last to know we were free.
Bro, I didn't know that slaves escaped Texas and went to Mexico to be free until after college. That's how much I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that ever.
Bro, I didn't learn no Black history until I went to college, bro.
You would think that in Texas,
history, I learned.
Like, well, slaves used to escape down south, but no.
They didn't teach me. I went to Yates. They didn't teach us about Jack Yates being one of the first Black reverends to come out here in Galveston, free some slaves.
Yeah, they never tell you what's the name.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the person behind the name of the school and why.
Dwight D. Eisenhower was low key white and German. People thought he was Black, but he was like German. Dwight D. Eisenhower, he really wasn't Black. They think he was Black. He really. And I went to Dwight D. Eisenhower High School.
What's the composer that they were saying earlier this summer that was Black? Was it Beethoven?
It was Mozart. Which one? I forgot one.
It was one of them that they said they don't really have a real good picture of him. And the one picture they do have, he looks like a Negro.
Yeah, facts.
And we was like, we'll definitely take him. Is that the nigga that does?
I mean, but like, which one of them was it?
Either way, it was one of the movies you like.
Yeah,
definitely a Home Alone. This shit is full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
But definitely, who else? Black history wise, he said Lorenz Tate. Who you got? Are we doing actors?
No, James Baldwin for sure.
Spicy.
My people are real fan of James Baldwin. I learned a lot about the man too early, so yeah, that for sure. That was renegade already. You know what it is. Renegade. I was about to start singing the song. I couldn't help.
Man,
you got, Joe?
I think I like all the Black Panthers. Stokely Carmichael,
all of them.
Huey P. Newton. Just all the different ways they saw things, but it was the same goal that they were going ahead. So they all had different approaches, different ways of speaking and getting their voice out, and different ways of portraying the same message. But they did what they were good at. They used whatever gifts they were good at. As one being a thinker, one being a good speaker, one being the motherfucking nigga that's ready to go to war. Pretty much all of them was about that business. But just all of them. And we don't really get to study that part of history because it's more looked at as a terroristic group or a group that was against America. But really,
bro.
Yeah. But really, it was definitely a group that was made out of what we were going through, and as a way to protect ourselves and provide for ourselves, because we weren't getting necessary things into our own communities. And so these dudes and women made it where we could we could get these supplies into our community, and we could protect our community too. And to be able to say, yo, fuck the police. Hey. Like outside of rap, these niggas was saying that shit way before Ice Cube. Way before Ice Cube said "fuck the police." Hey, you know, the Black Panthers was out there saying "fuck the police." We the police for this neighborhood. Yeah. So that's exactly what we need again. So just that acting wise, man. I like James Earl Jones. I like Denzel, of course. He's old enough. But he's still kicking, even with the little things. That movie was fuck. Just to see fat Denzel, like you seen him lose weight for a role, and now he just seen him gain it, bro. Yeah. Even fat Denzel can act, bro. Like, well, I don't think your acting ability. Nah, for some people, bro, you get lost in the body. Like what was that movie McConaughey did, Dallas, when he got too skinny? I was like, I can't even focus right now. I actually watched it, and I thought it was pretty damn good. Like they said, Dallas Buyers Club. But I was focused on what I didn't know what it was about at first. But I soon found out. But all in all, it's still a really, really damn good movie. Real shit. You ain't watched the trailer, nigga? Nah, I just heard about it. You know the Oscar buff, like, hyping it up. I'm like, all right. Okay, but Oscars always watch it. That's what happened with me and Moon. No, that's how I watched Room. Brie Larson, when she won for Room, I had just heard about the movie and went and watched it, didn't know what it was about. One of the best performances I think. I'm glad that Oscar so white. Brie Larson probably should have won it that year, and she did. That's all I'm gonna say. Outside of that, Oscar's always been white. Did you just represent Oscar so white? Yeah. On Black History Year? No, that's what I'm saying. They so white. They know where the black people at. Yeah, but I'm saying that year that she won, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool because, man, that was a damn good movie, man. Room. But that's why I be watching some of my movies, man. I went and saw Parasite, but I didn't see why I got an Oscar. And that's what happened to me in Moonlight. I hadn't watched the trailer or nothing. And I was all in the Moonlight, especially with the music too. The music pulled you right in from the beginning, and then it hit you. Okay, that's where we're going. Well, you know, that's what most things are going. You know. No, but it was cool. I mean, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. Acting was great. They fucked him in the Oscar. Who they say won that year, and then had to recall him back up and be like, "Oh no, it was Moonlight." Because at first they called up. You sure right. They fucked over both of them, really. I forgot. You sure right. I forgot what movie that was. They was like, "This movie won." Everybody. Then they was like, "No." I'm like, ain't the name written on the trophy? We didn't win. Moonlight, you won. Straight up. That's the niggas sitting there like, ain't this some goddamn bullshit? They can't even call our name first. Like, we still can't even win outright. Yeah, bro. It be like Oscar so white. Hashtag still. And we putting the end of that. What are some Black History moments? Ghetto Black History moments, man. Allen Iverson mama braiding his hair in the middle of a game on the sideline while he's sitting on the bench. That was real talk. Checkmate. Boom. It don't get no more gangster than that. Definitely did. In the middle of a game. He on the bench. He just sitting there. His mama like. Definitely. That was definitely a nigga moment in history. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kanye West interrupting the dude on MTV. Not even on this, not the Beyonce one. Michael Myers. When he was Kanye Bush, that's what I care about black people. That boy Michael Myers just like froze. Okay. I wasn't ready for that. What do you do when black people start an uprising? You freeze. If I stand still, maybe it won't get me. It's like he felt the uprising coming. He was like, there's going to be like rumblings in the streets in 10 seconds. Like,
People are gonna take to the street.
He said,
"It's gonna be pandemonium."
He said Bush's name. Okay, another nigga moment. Detroit, Indiana Pacers. The rumble in the Palace.
Yeah.
Ron Artest swinging on the audience.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson coming to back him up.
Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear.
Nigga moment in history. Yeah.
Definitely. Pretty much the creation of the Boondocks.
All of the Boondocks is definitely nigga moment.
Yep. I enjoy. One of my favorites. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
And y'all feel free when y'all watch the episode, leave your comments. What are famous nigga moments for you? What do you think?
Nigga moment. I'm trying to think.
Oh man,
I'm like,
bro, you got to take them in.
Like a normal zone of my life.
You got to take them in. They happen in football, bro. This nigga moment, bro.
Me. I'm nigga moment.
Nigga moments in football. Andre Johnson and Ryan Finnegan. When he said, stop pushing me around, he said, look, man, I'm trying to play football. Stop fucking with me. I'm at work right now. You at my job. He said, stop fucking with me. Stop. He kept pushing me. He ripped the boy helmet off.
And now you on the ground.
I told you, stop fucking with me, man. I'm Andre Johnson. Mm-hmm. And he three-pieced the nigga at work and was able to continue to play.
Yeah,
so that was definitely a nigga moment. Yeah. And I think Ryan Finnegan is half black. So that makes it an extra nigga moment. Because if he's part white, then I think that works. So we are definitely going to get into some performance for y'all. I hope y'all are ready, whether it be monologues, whether it be poems, whether it be speeches, whether it be letters, all types of things from these people that we found very profound and very part of the culture and very road paving for us and many of you all out there, and just overall intellectuals and dope ass people, man. And that's what geared us towards these certain pieces that we're going to perform. So we hope y'all enjoy it because it's going down.
It's about to go dizzy.
Share the live.
Share the live.
Tell people these motherfuckers about to perform.
Share the live. All right? Y'all got like 40 seconds, all right? Share the live. Let your people know these 3 award-winning actors is about to perform for free. But not totally, because guess what you could do? You can go and drop some dollars in that Cash App real quick on your way in and out of the performance.
Hit that cash.
And we'll holler at you. I click the heart button on the Cash App. That let you know I know that I see you.
So sit down, get you something to drink. It's about to go down. Get your favorite drink right now. It's about to go down. Take a shot or whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do right, man. And it's about to go down. We're about to perform. Let's get into it, okay?
All right, they about to start.
You see, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that of all the things that the black man, or any man for that matter, can study, history is the best qualified to reward all research. You see, you have to have knowledge of history no matter what you are going to do. Anything that you undertake, you have to have knowledge of history in order to be successful in it. You see, the thing that has made the so-called Negro in America fail more than anything is my lack of knowledge concerning history. You see, we know less about history than anything else. There are black people in America who have mastered the mathematical sciences, have become professors and experts in physics, and are able to toss Sputniks out there in the atmosphere, out in space. You see, they are masters in that field. You see, we have black men who have mastered the field of medicine. We have black men who have mastered other fields. And we have black men, but very seldom do they have black men in America who have mastered the knowledge and the history of the black man himself. You see, we have among our people those who are experts in every field, but seldom can you find one among us who is an expert on the history of the black man. And because of this lack of knowledge concerning the history of the black man, no matter how much that he excels in the sciences, he is always confined. He's always relegated to the same low rung of the ladder that the dumbest of our people are relegated to. And all this stems from his lack of knowledge concerning history. What made Dr. George Washington Carver a Negro scientist instead of a scientist? What made Paul Robeson a Negro actor instead of an actor? What makes Ralph Bunche a Negro statesman instead of a statesman? You see, the only difference between Bunche and Carver and these others that I just mentioned is that they don't know the history of the black man. Bunche is an expert, an international politician, but he doesn't himself. He doesn't know the history of the black people. He can't be sent all over the world by America. He can be sent all over the world by America to solve problems for America or to solve problems for other nations, but he can't solve the problems for his own people in this country. Why? What is it that ties our people up in this way? You see, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that it boils down just to one word: history.
Hurry up, they about to start. They about to start soon.
This celebration, this the 4th of July, is the birthday of your national independence. The simple story of it is that 76 years ago, the people of this country were British subjects. Oppression makes a wise man mad. Your fathers were wise men, and if they did not go mad, then they became restive under this treatment. But pardon me, allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I or those I represent to do with your national independence? The rich inheritance of justice, liberty, prosperity, and an inheritance bequeathed by your fathers is shared by you, not by me. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice. I must mourn. And would you have me argue that man is entitled to liberty? That he is the rightful owner of his own body? What to the American slave is your 4th of July? To him, your celebration is a sham. Allow me to say, in conclusion, notwithstanding the dark picture that I have presented of the state of the nation, I do not despair this country. In the fervent aspirations of William Lloyd Garrison, I say, and let every heart join in saying it: God speed the year of the Jubilee, the wide world over. From their galling chain set free, the oppressed shall vilely bend the knee.
Hurry up, they about to start. They about to start soon.
Now, I maintain that for every civil rights bill in this country was passed for white people, not for black people. For example, I am black. I know that. I also know that while I am black, I am a human being. Therefore, I have the right to go into any public place. Now, white people don't know that. Every time I tried to go into a public place, they stopped me. So some boys had to write a bill to tell that white man he's a human being. Don't stop him. That bill was for the white man, not me. Now, I knew I could vote all the time. And that wasn't a privilege, but my right. Now, every time I tried, I was shot at, killed, jailed, or economically deprived. So, Somebody had to write a bill to tell white people when a black man comes to vote, don't bother him. See, that bill was for white people. I know that I can live any place I want to live. Now, it's white people across this country that are incapable of allowing me to live where I want. See, you need a civil rights bill, not me. The failure of the civil rights bill isn't because of Black Power or because of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee or because of the rebellions that are occurring in major cities. That failure is due to the whites' incapacity to deal with their own problems inside of their own communities. And so, in a sense, we must ask, how is it that black people move and do what we do? But the question, in a much greater sense, is how can white people, who are the majority and who are responsible for making democracy work, make it work? They have never made democracy work, be it inside of the United States, Vietnam, South Africa, the Philippines, South America, Puerto Rico, or wherever America has been. We not only condemn the country for what it has done internally, but we must condemn it for what it does externally. We see this country trying to rule the world. And someone must stand up and start articulating to this country that it is not God and that it cannot rule the world.
You like that? We heard our performance. How you like that? How you like that? How you like that? Show me how you like that in my cash app. How you like that? How you like that? Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. If you like that, like I like that. If you like that, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. Hit that. Oh, you better hit that cash app. I said it. Hit that. Hit that. Hit that cash app. Yeah, right above me. It's right above me. Capital letter dollar sign. I got go me. Hey. Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
So we did our first round. First round.
You know what I'm saying?
First round. So most people would have guessed that was definitely a speech by Malcolm X.
Of course.
Definitely Malcolm X. Definitely a dope speech by Malcolm X, and one of the dopest speeches that I liked, and what he was talking about, that the black man is having a hard time unconfining himself from what America is, holding him back from, because they have no knowledge of their own history, that the black man has no history of himself, that we know everybody else's history, like we were just talking about earlier, that we know everybody else's history, but it's hard to learn our own history. We have to force people to teach us our own history, or take ourselves to HBCUs like we did, and where they actually gave us the knowledge, and we were shocked. I don't know about y'all, like
different kinds of
I was in history class in my black college, like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, man.
What black people did all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had knowledge of what my dad would tell me, but as a kid, you ain't listening to your black high school. But I went to all black high school. But Yates, it's like Yates taught me, but they taught me more the history of the Third Ward, and I knew the history of Yates. I knew their history, but as far as learning black history, it was a few teachers at Yates that really gave me that. But when I got to college, man, my mind was like blown that black people had this Reconstruction. I had a whole class that was just from Reconstruction from 1865 to 1865 to 1877. It was just about that period, that Reconstruction period, and just learning how black people was moving and shaking for a moment before they reneged on our ass and took everything away and shit. But just learning that shit was just blowing my mind. Learning that they lift every voice to sing shit I was singing at my black high school all them times for every program was written by the nigga that went to the school I was at. You know what I'm saying? Just learning shit like that was just blowing my mind. How they was like real, like they was real motherfucking regular people, dog. They walked the halls just like we walked the hall. They just had a calling on their lives that led them to higher purposes that really took them off. And so it's just amazing to learn that history about yourselves. And it's a shame that people can have the option to opt out of not having to learn about Black people, but we have to learn about everybody else.
So who you had, KB?
Well, if you can't guess, it's Frederick Douglass.
Douglass.
Man, this speech was
the black man's black man.
Definitely.
Black man.
I actually like Frederick Douglass and Good Lord Bird. If you ain't watched it, go check it out. Good Lord Bird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. A little weird, but amazing.
But yeah, that's my guy, Frederick Douglass. I love this speech because the white people, they asked him to make a speech for the 4th of July for the white people. And he didn't give the speech that he thought that they would receive. And he taught them.
Did we pay this? Did we pay this one?
Yes, he definitely.
Did we pay this?
And he told them off about the 4th of July and what it means to his people. And how it's not a celebration for us, and how it's for you, white people, not the people that's like me, but the white people. It was for you, and I just love
pointing at the white people.
If they there, that's for you.
So we're pointing at the white people
if
now.
you're there. But
this is offensive.
I loved it. Definitely is. They do that shit there.
It's okay. They point all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And want to touch
I love the Super Bowl commercial. Karen on.
Oh, that's a good Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. Bro.
I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry that your name is Karen. I'm sorry, Karen. But that's my name. I'm sorry your name is Karen.
Yeah. Speaking of Super Bowl, shout out to my people Mark Brown and Amani Greer that was in a Super Bowl McDonald's commercial. Shout out to y'all.
Oh yeah, the karaoke car shit.
And,
that shit was dope.
Let's not forget KB is a lady because
that shit ain't Black history. Tom Brady ain't Black history.
It ain't about Tom Brady. You know how many black people on the staff?
We are celebrating Tom Bowles tonight. The wrong Tom Brady. The other TB. Tom Bowles.
Black, baby.
Tom Bowles.
He black.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Tom Bowles.
You gotta give him his glow moment, bro. He been serving it up all week. If y'all been on any social media and you connect with the KB,
Tom Brady hated the guy.
Tom Brady is definitely the GOAT, but give it up for Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles.
Yes, sir.
The real TV.
The real TV.
You know what I'm saying? Give it all up for the PV Panthers that won them rings.
Oh yeah, we got one PV Panther that won them rings. You know what I'm saying?
All the coaching staff, and with his 4 of them that won them. Come on, man. Like, them black people was doing it. Man,
you ain't know all them people was black till yesterday.
Who you talking about? Don't do that, bro.
I ain't heard nothing about this man's staff until the Super Bowl. They just all of a sudden, oh yeah, did y'all know, by the way, he has 4 black people on staff.
We do that.
2 women.
We just didn't know that.
I knew that.
That's it.
You ain't know all that, man.
Bro, stop it, bro.
You did not know the lineup.
You did
not know who was working the niggas out there.
Jackson, who worked for Tampa Bay.
You knew who was the conditioning coach.
You better, I don't know the condition.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the thing that I read.
He black. He won. That's a win for me.
Who the fuck you read?
Who got more black people on their team? Who got more black people on their team than Tampa Bay?
Every football team.
No,
I mean you talking about on the field
and
staff wise. I give you Tampa Bay, but on the field, everybody got black people.
Of course, we know that. But I didn't mean on the field because the game.
Staff, they do got more.
Staff, I'll give you that.
Yes,
but yeah.
And I knew that before the show.
I read Stokely Carmichael. Just simply put, as soon as I read it, first thing he said, also, while I know that I am black, I am also human. And once I read that, it was pretty much a wrap. And that was pretty much him basically breaking it down in layman terms or what white people terms, that we are equal. If I'm a human and you a human, and as humans we can recognize what another human is, why am I not that?
I love that. Cause he's like, I'm human. I can literally walk my ass into the voting booth and vote. You just don't want me.
It's biology. It's like I've known my whole life I can live anywhere in the world I want to. But it's just white people that don't want me to live like this. So now you gotta make a law and a rule to say, hey, white people, guess what? They can move by you. It's okay. Like you gotta tell somebody that. And I don't know.
Not tell. You got to make a law. So you're not telling them. You making people live by people they don't want to live by.
What? This is America. Don't get you slipping though. Hey, don't get you slipping though.
They not get you slipping.
They giving boys 5 to 25.
Man, they better let everybody out. They got a weed charge right now.
Man.
Y'all selling weed. New York is about to go into thinking about making weed legal in New York. So if New York do it, come on, man. Hey. New York say they need money.
Hey,
they need money.
They do.
LA need money.
Pay $10 for guards up there. They need money. I tell you that.
They need money right now, bro. Not that they need money like poor people need money. They just like they ain't got the money they used to have. And I say it like that. New York and LA, especially LA restaurant, they said like 65% of their restaurants have closed down.
Oh shit!
Because you know how we wide open out here.
Yeah.
Wow. LA, they can't even eat in a restaurant really like
Houston,
at all.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas,
Miami.
And Miami,
Atlanta, Vegas,
and
Miami,
Florida.
No, and Florida.
Florida.
Because apparently Tampa was popping. First of all, bro,
I know, bro.
Yeah, no,
wait. They had a lot of cardboards though. They had a whole lot of cardboards, man. It was a whole bunch of cardboard.
It definitely was, but
they had it on purpose. They had
cardboard. They didn't even show the people a lot during the game. Let's keep it a whole buck right now.
They did not, but they showed like I bet they had more workers there than anything.
Man, I don't think so, bro. After I'm going through doggone my little blog sites and seeing everybody that was actually at the game.
I'm talking about at the party.
Like at the at the game.
Oh, I'm talking about nigga, them parties.
All the parties. I know that shit was
oh my goodness.
It's Florida. I ain't even got a oh my god.
Bro, 50 Cent threw a party at an airport hangar, dog. Like what the fuck is going on, dog? And he did the intro to the
enough space for everyone.
When NLE Chopper on that joint, that's what I'm saying.
He performed the intro to the new power. And now the mayor's mad at him. The mayor's mad at the Migos. And but I guarantee you this, the black people wasn't the only one partying that weekend. No. I guarantee you some white entertainers was out there getting their check too.
You can see him on Meek Mill Instagram.
White people like wearing masks.
You can see him on Meek Mill Instagram. What you talking about? Yes, the white people's out there.
They don't like wearing masks.
And nobody
They don't wear masks. They were in some fucking.
Or they had the mask on
around your neck.
Not all white people.
Not all of them.
The ones in the pictures I saw ain't have.
Ain't that so messed up? Because they what they say. Now look. Now remember, Karen. It's not all black people.
Now we gotta say it's not all white people.
Some, you know, like now I gotta.
Now when I say this, I'm not talking about all black people.
All of them. You really have some good apples out there.
It's just the bad apples.
You really have some good apples out there.
Bad fucking apples. Man, we had fun doing that first round. We definitely gonna get into a second round, so y'all definitely stay tuned because it's going down again.
Yes, sir.
We got a slew of people that we just wanted to, share these words with, and we hope y'all get these underlying messages, these over the top messages, these low key and high key messages that these people have put into these words and people that this stuff has been going on. Like you got different generations from fucking Frederick Douglass to Malcolm X to Stokely Carmichael.
Yes.
That's boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And saying the same thing all the way back to Frederick Douglass. Him having to fucking say this, like, yo, bro, I am a human.
Did
like
not
you are a human.
Sound the same?
They did. All of them, like, the black man can't understand his history because he didn't understand that he was even human to begin with or had these inalienable rights. Because
he's saying, I am human.
He's saying,
I know this. So why y'all don't know this?
And he's saying the same
The same
Frederick
thing.
Douglass is like, yo, we are human like you are, but we don't celebrate this fucking holiday like y'all.
I gave you a super small snippet. You gotta read the whole.
Oh yeah, he let them motherfuckers have it for like 2 hours. I'm surprised he lasted that long on the stage.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody was
like
no
white.
Douglas. He was a revered man. You wasn't gonna bother him.
Shoot, I thought somebody would touch me after what he was saying. Goodness gracious.
You wasn't gonna bother
He was like, bro, you don't want to know how I got free.
That word was gonna travel fast.
Frederick was like, you don't know how I got free.
Shoot. I know how I got free.
I freed myself.
You can find out.
You will find out if you
Definitely
want to.
did. I stole a uniform,
Freed
took some papers from a free black slave, and stole himself away.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to tell nobody the story.
After I tell you. You want to know how I got free?
Oh, you know Frederick. He's going to tell you his story.
I fuck with Frederick. Like Malcolm, like people, you got to understand that what I love is...
Harriet Tubman is the baddest.
She is the baddest.
Black figure alive. I don't like
that was gonna be my first thing I was gonna
Harriet Tubman, bro. Just the
I give you Harriet.
Even the legends of Harriet Tubman still reign true to this day.
But I be wondering,
you know what I mean? Like whether it's true or not. Like the legends of Paganese, which was actually documented as true, but like you know the fear that she had, that she instilled in the black people, like in traveling. Like you know she was a real hardy, like because we about to go do some real hard, dangerous shit, and if you're not with it, like you cut, like you know what I mean. Like she's a hard woman, bro, and I think she's just one of the hardest black people ever.
And this is why I like reading like autobiographies and shit, because not only do you get to hear about the work they did, but I like to hear what motherfuckers was doing on their relaxed time, what they did for fun, what was they chill. Like even when we did Mountaintop, and just to get, cause we got access to them FBI tapes of Martin, and just hearing him talk like just with his boys. They had recordings of him just talking to Abernathy, like how we talk, like, yo man, shit, we just did that fucking speech, man. I'm fucking like he just chopping it up like a regular dude. So I was always wondering, like, what the fuck Harriet Tubman doing on her off time? Like, what was the off day like for Harriet Tubman?
True, she may not have.
Did she go get her nails done?
I don't think she had off day.
No.
Off days might have been after she dropped somebody off and just took a rest.
Gangster.
But I'm saying she wasn't. Did she have a love life? Was she?
I know.
You know how they was moving with Martin and all the boys from state to state. I didn't go see the movie. Did y'all see the movie? Did she have?
Oh no, I did not go see that movie.
Nobody in here saw the movie.
No,
bro, you missed. She got nominated. That lady got nominated for an Oscar.
I actually missed it on purpose.
I did.
I missed it on purpose.
About it.
Yeah, there was a whole Harriet movie.
Oh, it was a whole Harriet movie
played by an English black actor.
I didn't watch it on purpose. I just wasn't interested.
You heard of it?
What? It was fictional?
Yeah, I really didn't want to see it.
Huh? Say it again louder. Say it into the mic. Come on, let's see.
No, wait for it. Just what she said. You heard her? What she said? She said it wasn't real.
It was a fictional story that wasn't all about her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't
know that.
I just wasn't that interested in the Harriet Tubman story to Paramount.
But same, like, what were the Black Panthers? That's why I would do movies on. What was the fucking Panthers doing when they won Panther?
That's what
What was Malcolm doing when he wasn't,
was chilling actually, not
because it was a hood nigga before he got there. Like,
it's
not like I'm just
definitely red.
Still at work, man.
The movie make it seem like he just dropped all them bad habits and was just like this all day. Like because it makes you feel like they're more realistic when you see. Not saying you gotta see flaws, but just to know that they human.
They are.
They just didn't. Like how people see people see like how they used to do my parents. Like they just thought my parents just do God all 24/7. Like when people they wouldn't invite them to parties and shit because they like I don't want to offend you. I want to be drinking in front. Yeah. And it's like what the fuck drink? Like everybody drink. They drinking the Bible. They drink like. Jesus ain't lead a party because people started drinking. Like, all right, man, I gotta go. Y'all drinking in this motherfucker.
Y'all need some more wine?
That's exactly what he did. Hey, go tell him to pour them buckets into them buckets and watch this.
Look,
Keep the party going. We still here, baby. Let's go.
Just how you make a drink still to this day. You pour it in there and pour it back in. There you go. Same way you make a drink today.
Let's see if that shit work.
No, not in that cup. No.
What kind of cup you got? A Jesus cup?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah, you probably right.
actually do have to.
Probably.
Technically, for this moment, you do gotta have a Jesus
so
cup.
I cannot turn that water into wine.
I mean, you can be a really damn good magician.
Shit, if you turn that water into wine, bro, I'm running. I'm.
What are you doing?
We're not gonna do this.
What are we?
I don't know what I'm gonna do after you turn the wine.
I don't even want to. What
I'm gonna just start.
You don't want to what is it?
No, I don't want to like put forth the time to try to figure.
We're not gonna do it. But what if
you was about to pour it?
I wasn't gonna pour it.
About to like.
I want
like he was going.
Jesus do all that.
I mean, you don't know.
He just poured it.
How you know?
Because they ain't describing it. They didn't say in the Bible he did a circular motion with his hand.
You was probably about to. I said you.
I was not going to.
Or you was going. Or someone like. Like it was gonna be something.
I was gonna pour it into the cup.
Hang on, hit transition and pour it.
I was gonna pour it into the cup and pray that it turns into wine.
Praying could work,
man. Boy,
prayer changes things.
I definitely do. If you turn that water into wine, I'm praying. I'm right now.
What are you gonna do, Kay? You keep saying I'm gonna say, you gonna leave, nigga?
No, I'm not gonna leave. You gotta be the guy if you turn the water into wine. I'm gonna be like, Lord, is he the one? I'm gonna ask him right here in front of me. And he gonna let me know.
I don't want to be the one, nigga. You saw what happened to the last one.
Exactly. So I'm like, if you turn it into wine, I'm like, wait a minute, bro. The skies ain't changed nothing yet, but I'm like, all right, maybe.
I am not the one, y'all. Don't. Stop me.
I ain't asking right now, Lord. Is he the one?
He the one.
Cause I listen, but if he ain't, just tell me right now.
Look what he
just did. Doing something.
Cause he got water.
Come get him.
I've been here a long time on Earth. Nobody has done that.
Come get him.
Not one person. Only person I heard about do that.
Mutant.
There what?
There are mutants among us.
All right, Men in Black.
Oh God, damn you, X-Men! What the fuck is happening?
There are mutants among us.
Yes, LeBron James is one of.
We totally have got to.
I'm steering it back to black people. LeBron James is a mutant.
I thought we was talking about writers.
No, we hadn't mentioned a writer in a bit. Yeah. We were black figures.
That's literally what I'm saying.
But everybody wrote what we read.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So technically, and they each wrote books.
True.
Which technically makes each one of them writers. Freddie Douglass has a huge book. Stokely Carmichael has a book. Malcolm X has a book.
Definitely.
So those are three writers.
They've all written many speeches.
Hella speeches.
So, or essays.
That was the thing back in the day.
Like people like to call them essays.
But do you realize essays back then was like how motherfuckers make their posts now, like they Facebook rants and shit now?
Bro.
It said James Baldwin would pen fucking essay.
Dude used
like
to write 5-page letter that was like an essay, but like I'm telling you, James Baldwin is truth, man. I challenge everybody to just go look into the man. You probably seen his videos on Instagram before. They all over the Instagram.
But just seeing the pictures of all them kicking it together, like James Baldwin, a young fucking Maya Angelou, he was still around with an old ass Langston Hughes was still popping. But all them great Malcolm X, all them like just ran together, like just because they couldn't hang out with regular motherfuckers, so they had to hang out. Well, you said especially the artists, man. All them artists was in Harlem, like really hardcore, fucking kicking it, collaborating, and doing the damn thing. And that's the thing I love about learning Black history is just learning how these people were all connected. That's why One Night in Miami took off, even though it's not a actual factual thing of what happened that night, but just knowing that these three motherfucking people that by themselves are outstanding Black people the fact that they
Connected.
spent a night together or that they ran together or did some shit together is just appealing at a motherfucker, just connecting those dots. And I think I love that shit about Black history. I think a lot of people can connect with that because it just makes them seem real. Like these icons ain't just icons. Like just to see that Malcolm X was going through like money troubles and shit in the movie and all, because that shit was
for real.
That was a calling. That's like being a preacher. Like if your church ain't making no money, nigga, you ain't making. Ain't no fucking union. If you're in the Methodist or the Baptist, you got a union. But just past that, just being a preacher.
They got.
They do.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, but you got to do what they say and do and say it all.
What the union is, right?
This is like hella strict. So, but yeah, outside of that, it's like the same thing, man. It's a calling that you do and you choose to do that. And once he broke apart from the nation and from Elijah Muhammad, like they cut him off from all that bread, and he had to start from the bottom and get money again. Same with Martin. Martin gave away money on purpose because he didn't want to appear rich in front of people.
Yeah.
Because he thought it would like mess up the persona. Like, I can't be walking around here living in this big ass house and having all this shit, you know, and I'm preaching to people that's in poverty and shit like that. And him and Coretta like actually argued about shit like that.
That's
like,
why he is not alive and these other super preachers are.
Yeah. Spitting that real.
I said
It's spitting that real.
I said Yup.
But I mean, I think what Black writers did is it helped spread our history along the years. Like a lot of shit that probably would have got forgotten. You know, Black people, we got to do a lot of shit in code. So, and a lot of these poems are messages about shit that we was going through or shit that we overcame or coded language. Just like we were talking about Harriet Tubman, how they would use songs. Like if you hear a certain song, nigga, like that mean move. The white person just think, oh, these motherfuckers are musical. You know, but we sending out code messages like, yo, it's going down tonight, or
that's
you know, do this.
That's what makes Black history so dope to me. Like being able to do that, be that intellectual enough to like the simplest thing, like a song, something that you put right in somebody's face and they still can't decode or understand what you're saying. Like that is fucking fire. Like,
and that's what I love about our people. We've always endured, like from
it out.
Millions of people being dropped off in the Middle Passage, just coming over from here, and the ones that survived from being treated like barbaric pieces of animals and still maneuvering and finding a way to get you to see I'm fucking human. I'm human all the way to the point we here right now.
That code, I think is diminishing. Like I think the lines are too blurred now. Like as far as when it comes to what code switching is, because you could say that hip hop is so prevalent in the world, especially white suburban world, that you know, like. Whatever code that we use to say or do things is now saturated within white culture, like especially young white culture, like things that only me and you could say besides the word nigga, you know what I mean? That besides that, anything that we would say, white people know that. They say that to each other. Like it's a thing now, and I think that is a direct effect of what like just hip hop culture and being Black is doing to like the world. Like it's becoming so big and so attachable that now whatever that was actually like unique to us now is now the thing. Like we say, the cool. It's the cool part. But I don't think that is going to help our forward progress. You know what I mean? Because if they adopt our culture and become us, then how do we advance past that? Because if what we say, like these are quote unquote gatekeepers until we get to the gate. You know what I mean? So if they adopt our culture, how does that really progress us? And that code switching shit, like I feel like that shit is really diminishing now. Like,
I mean, I think certain people got their hands on what music they do make most popular And it's not the music. It's not the music that does contain the messages we was dropping anymore. And the niggas that are dropping messages in their music is considered a whole different genre type of music that actually has.
Even J. Cole, like even his idea and concept of being a rapper, he still has an idea and a persona that people still attach to. People want to be like that. White people want to grow dreads, and you know what I mean, like. I don't think it really matters, like, what level the black.
I think the messages are still getting through. Like, the fact that the culture shifts when Jay-Z says, y'all niggas stop wearing jerseys, wear button-ups. Culture shifted. Yeah. When niggas start saying, hey, man, stop doing these 360 record deals. Get your own, start your own company. Niggas start.
I'm speaking of.
Like, I think it gets drowned down.
Like, how it pertains to what code switching is, like how we just spoke about, like. There's a unwritten code that we speak, like, without anyone knowing. Like, me just seeing you, never even meeting you. Like, there's a way that we can interact and talk with each other and understand each other.
I still think we got that. They haven't taken. They can copy it. They can mimic it. They can say, "Oh, y'all are doing something," but they don't know what's going on.
I wouldn't say that because it's freely given.
Because this stuff we do in rehearsals right now when it's a room full of white people that none of the white people would catch, but only the black people in there would be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's still there.
It's freely given. Black people just freely giving it out. So there is no like line. You know what I mean? Like, there's no line. That's just my opinion. I'm cool with that. I rock with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it's always been like that, though. You know what I mean? So it ain't necessarily about code switching per se. Like, the example I was given was just like the more of the intellect behind how we as a people could always take what other people would see as enjoyment or something that it's not a big thing, but it can mean so much more to us to move us forward, even without them knowing. You know what I mean? Like that, and it's so that's crazy to me. Like, what channels did everybody go through? Like, how does people in Texas know in Mississippi? You know what I mean? Like that line of communication, that forward thinking, that being on page, not missing a note so that everybody gets the right information. Like that attentiveness to focus and. Like, that shit is
and to create
amazing
shit
that shit is amazing. Like, how can you not appreciate like your culture or anybody appreciate this culture when you can do shit like that?
And it's the same way, like how we say we go and rehearse and we do our thing, and they like, oh man, y'all have so much,
it's called soul. It's called soul. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not nothing that we going in there and like working, you know, we finna do the soul after that. You know what I'm saying? It's just who we are.
Yeah.
You know, and you can tell the difference of somebody if it's on you or if it's in you, as the old heads would say.
Yeah.
That shit either on you or it's in you. And some people you can tell that shit just on you and you just putting it on the front, and then with some people, you know, that shit in you.
Yeah.
And then I treat you accordingly or as such. But it is that line is blurred, like Brandon's saying, of who's on it and who's in it. Like,
I mean, like.
So I agree with that. No,
I don't know. I'm not saying like it's totally just giving up. I'm just like the whole reason of.
No, we've given away a lot.
Like
it can be ours and like, not shared amongst.
Like
it can be ours.
What some I forget the.
I think what's left is minimal.
What the activist said is that integration was the worst thing that could happen to black people because they stopped working amongst themselves and tried to put themselves amongst a people or a level that is not of them.
And I read they also said that we tried to integrate into them. They didn't try to integrate into us.
They never have.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
exactly what this Stokely Carmichael is saying.
White people
didn't know that. They had to go make a bill and say, hey, these black people are okay.
And so that wasn't a fair integration because it was like, yo, so y'all threw us in y'all random ass white school, but y'all ain't throw no random white person. Y'all ain't make no little white girl go be the first white girl to walk through this all black school.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't got no history pictures of Ruby. We got Ruby Bridges that we've been seeing all on her memes. I did not know she was 66. Goddamn, dog. I thought she was older than a motherfucker.
No, that's not that long ago, bro.
History is, dog. I love these memes now, but like they didn't do that. Like it wasn't no all black. Like they didn't like make a white person go try to join the Negro League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be the first white, you know, and then start trying to have white people trickle over into watching the Negro League and shit. So it's always we try to integrate into what they had going on. And they never integrated into us like all these fucking pieces were saying and gave us. So we're going to get into round 2 and get out of here, baby.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to perform again?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, I think I'm a little ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
I think we're going to drop a little something.
You know what I'm saying?
A little one.
So yeah, y'all just sit back, give yourself about 40 seconds, share the live, tell the people,
Go refill your cup.
tell the people, this boys is back. And they about to do that thing again.
They back performing.
Mama, the boys outside doing that thing out there in the street again. Yep, they out there. Okay. Go get Baby and them. Tell them come watch. Alright. Alright. Hurry up now, they about to start. Hurry up, they about to start. They about to start soon.
Daybreak in Alabama. When I get to be a colored composer, I'm going to write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. And I'm going to put some of the prettiest songs in it, rising out of the ground like a swamp mist and falling out of heaven like soft dew. I'm going to put some tall trees in it, and the scent of pine needles, and the smell of red clay after rain, and then long red necks, and poppy-colored faces, and big brown arms, and the field daisy eyes of black and white, black people. And I'm going to put white hands and black hands and brown hands and yellow hands and red clay earth hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers, touching each other natural as dew. In that dawn of music, when I get to be a colored composer and write about daybreak in Alabama.
Hurry up, they about to start. They about to start soon.
The rent man knocked. He said, "How do you do?" I said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "You know your rent is due." I said, "Listen, before I pay, I go to Hades and rot away. That sink is broke. The water don't run, and you ain't done nothing you promised to have done. Back windows crack, kitchen floor squeaks, and the rats in the cellar and the attic leaks." He said, "Madam, it's not up to me. I'm just the agent. Don't you see?" And I said naturally, "Look, you pass the buck. If it's money you want, you out of luck." He said, "Madam, I ain't pleased." And I said, "Neither am I." So we both agrees.
Hurry up, they about to start. They about to start soon.
The beginnings of this country have nothing whatever to do with the myths that we have created about it. The country did not come about because a handful of people in Europe said, "I want to be free," and promptly built a boat or a raft and crossed the Atlantic Ocean. Not all. Not at all. The people who settled this country, the people who came here for one reason. No matter how disguised, they came here because they thought it would be better than where they were. That's why they came here, and that's the only reason that they came. Anybody who was making it in England did not get on the Mayflower. This is important. It is important that one begin to recognize this, because part of the dilemma of the country is that it has managed to believe the myths it has created about its own past, which is another way of saying that it entirely denies its past. Now, we did several things to conquer the country. There was, at the point when we reached the shores, a group of people who had never heard of machines or, as far as I know, money, and we promptly eliminated them. We killed them. I'm talking about the Indians. I bet you, as we say here in Harlem, there are not many American children being taught American history who have any real sense of what that collision was like and what we really did, how we really achieved the extermination of the Indians, or what that meant. And it is interesting to consider that there are few very social critics, none to my knowledge, but I say very few, who have begun to analyze the reasons the cowboy and Indian legend is still one of the most popular legends in American life. So popular that in 1963, it still dominates all of the television screens. And now, slavery, like murder, is one of the oldest human institutions. So we cannot quarrel about the fact of slavery. That is to say that, but that's another story. But we enslaved him because in order to conquer the country, we had to have cheap labor. And the man who is now known as the American Negro, who is one of the oldest American citizens and the only one who never wanted to come here, did all the dirty work. Hold the cotton. Do you hold cotton? No, you chop the cotton. Whatever you do with cotton, you pick cotton, you know. Help, in fact, I think it is not too strong for me to say, let me put it this way. Without his presence, without that strong back, the American economy, the American nation would have a vast amount of trouble creating its capital. But the people that I'm speaking of who settled this country had a fatal flaw. They could recognize a man when they saw one. They knew he wasn't. I mean, you can tell they knew he wasn't anything else but a man. But since they were Christian and since they had already decided that they came here to establish a free country, the only way to justify the role of this chattel was playing in one's life was to say that it was not a man. Because if he wasn't a man, then no crime would be committed.
How you like the show? How you like the show? How you like the show? Catch me on the corner exit. On the corner exit. Get me on the corner exit. Get me on the corner exit. Get me on the corner.
On my mixing bowl. Get my mixing bowl. Get my mixing bowl. Oh, mix it. Mix it. Mix it. On the corner. Mix it. Mix it. On the corner. Mix it. Mix it. Mix it on the corner. Oh, Joe over here TikToking. Joe over here TikToking. Joe over here TikToking. When I got it. Joe, somebody. Joe over here TikToking. Ain't that bad that all of the older people, that's what we call it now? Man, TikTok, you did out there TikTok. I quit out there TikTok. Just like I feel like y'all over there Facebooking. Y'all in there Facebooking. I know you're on that computer. On that computer. You're on the internet. On that internet. You're on the internet. You're on the internet. Like it was like one day.
We ain't that old, goddamn. We still
Nah,
internet.
what?
You know what I'm saying? I I think we was there when it happened.
Yeah.
You not still saying, "Are you on the internet?" You
Well,
still asking niggas, "Do you got Wi-Fi?"
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying that's how old we are. Nigga,
Oh yeah, we was there without them.
yeah, I'm saying nigga had to hang up the phone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I saw the
I need the
internet
phone.
happen. Like that's crazy.
Like you on the whole internet.
You do know that a lot of people did not see that.
Bro,
No,
we
it's
saw
all
internet
things,
come
bro.
to be, bro.
I saw the internet.
We were here pre-internet.
Like literally, I lived my life
Like
with no
like
phone.
our generation.
Pre-public internet. We were here because they were apparently that shit had been out
Well, yeah,
Yeah, with them.
for the supercomputer people.
man.
But
Look, man,
For us, we saw that shit. We saw CDs come and go.
man, I still pagers. They don't even know about
They
that
never
life.
came back.
That pager life.
They
They
never-
trying to come back.
That's a different
What
style.
would be,
of life.
what would be a pager right
I
now?
don't know, but they trying to bring it back.
What would
This motherfucker does everything.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Only people who still got pages is doctors, I guess.
They don't get no.
do they still have pagers?
No,
You just
bro.
call them.
I mean, you
No, you
That's
call
why
them.
they on
They
call.
gotta say
That's why they on call.
They not on page.
they're not on page.
only in the building.
I'll be on page.
No, in the building they get paid.
Oh,
yeah.
in the calm, yeah.
That's crazy,
No, hit them on the hip. In the building.
No, just hit me.
Think about it.
Because remember on ER,
Third
Black
floor.
dude on ER, he had that part where
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Hey, that's
What was his name? He always look. I want to stay here and argue with you, Wanda.
Dr. King.
Dr. King.
You watched all
I was
that.
thinking his actor name. What the fuck is his actor? Fuck. Never mind.
It don't even matter.
It don't even
It
It was on Eric
Eric.
Child. That's why I had to know. Like
Somebody know.
that motherfucker was working, man.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
The 3 Grey's Anatomy, man. He was the black motherfucker, dog.
I'm real.
Like, what you doing?
Hey, we gonna go there. Like okay, nah, I ain't gonna say it because it's Black History Month. I was gonna mention House.
That's my show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It
my
was
shit.
just a great show, bro.
Yeah,
it's
And he ain't black, so
I wish he was black.
I gotta talk about you next month, bro.
It is black.
What's his name on there?
The black dude, Omar Epps.
Is it Epps? I keep saying
Omar
Epps.
Epps. It was Omar Epps. Omar Epps was on House.
Back in the day, I
He
used
was good. He was. That was a good show.
huh? They killed on
Yeah.
House.
They killed him on house.
Yeah.
Oh, they
yeah.
keep that for. I
Oh,
didn't go to that season. I'm sorry.
You ain't say you ain't show me that, nigga.
The fuck?
That's because they got a lot of episodes and they filed him up under there. But he died. Oh, he died on the show. They
How
killed
did he die?
They killed. How they killed him? He died.
He died from rabies.
because he was black.
Bro, is that the
But he's
best?
an animal, right? Like animals get rabies and they die.
You went
The
real.
black
You
man.
went real deep there.
You definitely
You
did.
went
You
real-
went.
What?
You took it there.
Still waters run
You
deep. nigga.
took it there. You definitely
You
took it
went.
What? I ain't shallow.
Nah,
I'm
that
going
nigga,
deep.
that was deep. That was,
Why is it not?
Yeah.
Think about
That was-
it. Think about. Just think
Yeah,
about
now
it.
I got one to do research
This
on the show
man,
where they
yo,
died, where they
Watch if you
want to try.
if you watch the
They
show
were
like I
arguing.
did. If you watch the show like I did, when he came on there, he was like one of the most phenomenal dogs. Like he was young, he was new, he was
it
figuring
was
shit out.
better than House. And
Right,
you had
yes.
compassion.
Right, but guess what? Like she said, he died of rabies, like an animal. Hey,
He got it from an
Where
animal.
the fuck did he get
no,
me from?
he
Where
got
did
it from a
that
lady
come
who got
from?
bit by an animal. He got rabies from her.
So the white lady
Hold
got
on.
it.
Yeah, it's from a white lady.
Hold on.
How could I forget?
You can hold
And out of all the people that House picked,
no fucking
he
way.
couldn't save this
Baby was
motherfucker.
not airborne.
No.
He couldn't save
Baby mixed blood. Well, yeah. Okay,
from.
hold on, man.
He couldn't diagnose rabies.
Time out.
He diagnosed it.
I don't think when people just
And y'all talk about our storyline fucking stupid? That's fucking stupid.
It's too late.
yeah, like don't you think like
What did he do? Start barking? and shit?
no, that's medical. Like if you showing symptoms of the thing that you think is too late, that means you probably already got it.
No, put the medicine in.
But you still got it.
Get it out.
You can get it out, but that don't mean that you
saw the amazing shit they did on House.
Look,
They would take people whole bodies out of their body, put the motherfucker back in, and clean out everything.
That doesn't mean anything, Joe. Lord forbid.
So he was kissing the bitch?
This nigga done looked up right.
Because it goes from saliva. When he had saliva in, I'm confused.
He
was sneezing on him.
She got irritated, frustrated, whatever. She bit him during the confrontation. They thought it was just a bite. They didn't know that she had rabies. So once they found out that she had rabies, he had already started having symptoms. With rabies, once you start having,
I could diagnose that when you get rabies, you get a shot.
But you gotta know that she got rabies first to know that.
You get bit, you get a shot.
they didn't know she had rabies.
You would get a tetanus shot, not a rabies shot.
Yeah, true. It's different.
I get both if the woman looks
No, rabies is very specific.
I know that.
I bet he was in the right room like, this how I'm going out.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
This how I'm going out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get.
This what y'all gonna do to me?
And it ain't even Black History Month when he died. It wasn't even Black History Month.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready for that. Y'all fucked up my whole ear.
It's true. It's true.
They
I was
fucked that boy over, man.
I was on House.
They fucked that boy over, man.
Yeah, and I love
Grey's Anatomy fucked over Isaiah Washington.
See, I looked at it like
I never watched
I looked at it like after higher learning, he got his life together and went to school and became a doctor, and now he on House.
You connected all that?
Yeah, I did. I was proud.
And then they bit them.
Do you know where he came from?
He didn't get bit by animals.
Yeah. He was hard.
Shot in front of him.
But he persevered and he became a doctor.
Bro, I'm sorry.
That's his backstory?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That his whole college got shot up by a crazy white man.
And he persevered and still became a doctor.
But he went to jail.
But he got out.
Remember they arrested that nigga.
Hey.
So what happened to Ice Cube?
Hey. Well, actually, Ice Cube got out.
And then
he
finally left the college and did what?
He left the college and just left the street life. I mean, black life alone.
Went to Anaconda.
Yeah, and then kind of got fat a little bit and had a couple of kids and took them on a road trip
kept
around the
asking,
world.
are we there yet?
Yeah, they took him on a road trip.
Then they thought he'd be a football coach. Girl.
He had a pretty full life.
That nigga died from rabies, man. Fuck out of here, man. That's some fucked up shit, man.
Maybe Omar Epps wanted to get off the show.
God damn.
Maybe he's like, look, I would like to explore other shit.
I gotta go, y'all.
I want to go back to movie.
Let's just kill the nigga by rabies.
And let me ask,
how do you see that at the table reading? So white lady's gonna bite you.
And you're gonna catch rabies.
You're gonna get rabies.
And you won't be in the next episode.
House can't diagnose the rabies.
No more episodes.
You mean the motherfucker that has diagnosed every fucking thing in this world
before they died, he
can't smell the rabies on me, nigga? He can't smell it like me.
And he was the one solving all the shit when niggas couldn't see the.
He's solving shit off Vicodin. This nigga pop 8 Vicodin a day, nigga. He wake up and start diagnosing people. He couldn't catch rabies.
That shit, bro. That shit.
Oh man, I'm dying right now. But we said all that to say they killed him off like an animal. The animals get rabies.
And that's the underline.
That's the underlining which I do to black people.
Happy Black History Month. I'm for real. I'm for real, man.
That's a fucked up black history.
And you want
now that's a nigga.
Time out.
That's a nigga moment in black history.
Connection. Okay. Remember how I learned it?
Yeah.
It's like you fucking monkey.
Yeah.
He died like a monkey because he contracted rabies, and it's something that animals get. And they've been calling black people monkeys for centuries.
Like the monkey in that
Connection.
in the one movie, like the Outbreak monkey.
This nigga died from rabies, bro.
Because the Outbreak monkey had something. They had to go get Cuba getting
shot him. He could have fucked somebody's wife. He could do anything to make a nigga die. Rabies?
Nigga could have died of sickle cell. Like,
that would have taken a little bit of time. Like, I'm talking about if you want a nigga to die quick, it's gotta be. Come on, rabies.
They could have treated that shit a little longer, huh?
I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
Yeah, that nigga a black death. He could have got shot.
When y'all kill black people and say, I need
Can't
to
let that nigga be hitting a drive-by.
Let me come and like do this shit right. This shit is
nigga
stupid.
walking in his house and the police shoot him.
Man,
he might live for a couple of episodes if he got.
He will, bro. He ain't gonna die overnight.
He not gonna die immediately.
He might get diagnosed. They ain't diagnosed rabies.
He gonna fucking know he got sickle cell. Wow.
They might not catch the sickle cell in the blood.
He still took a couple of
episodes. Then I'd be really pissed.
House fucking sucks to me now.
Yeah,
you catch rabies. But y'all can't even watch the season. They go back and be like, you're gonna diagnose all this shit and cannot catch rabies.
It's a lot of stuff he missed.
Because he was high.
Well, that's not the black dude fault, kind of.
But he don't get bit by a motherfucker. He can't even run fast. He got a cane, but his
brain works, KB.
So does Makai's and his legs too. Goddamn, how you get bit?
It's not Makai, it's Omar.
Whatever. Omar.
I told you everybody get confused, dog. This shit is confused. They
came
up at the same time, bro.
Money making Mitch.
I just gotta say, I just messed up.
Different.
It wasn't.
He is different, but
totally
they came up at the same. It's that fucking. It's
I just
Juice
said the wrong name.
and
I mixed them up.
what's the one where Omar was the DJ?
That's Juice.
No, it's Juice, and what's the other one that the other one was in? That Makai was in. Paid in Full. That's the one everybody get confused because it's like
he wasn't the DJ yet.
Nah, no, he wasn't the DJ, but it's just that throwback. Just like when you get them, he's like, nah, Makai, Omar. I mean, they all old.
Yeah, they old. We old.
He looked pretty old on House, man. Like
shit.
He just looked bald head.
Omar look. See, he died. He got rabies. And died and ended up in that terrible ass movie with Nia Long.
Oh, that's
now he is purgatory.
Oh man,
with that terrible ass actor.
He is black purgatory.
I knew he wasn't himself.
With that girl, when she was talking on her phone like this, like how was she saying? Huh? Oh my camera.
No,
man, they just wanted to get a check on that movie, bro.
I was like, lady,
absolutely.
Why is your camera by your ear?
Somebody actually gave him a check for that.
Somebody gave them a check.
Well, why we ain't get it?
Bro, I'm so like it would have been great.
We ain't had the name because they knew people was just gonna click on it just off the name. Like, oh, okay, Neil Long.
Get my name
Omar F.
Clicking,
and then it's like, by the time you realize you in some bullshit, it's too late. It's like, well, I just want to see how the bullshit ends now. Oh.
Nah, I'm not like that. I just that shit off.
I'm with you on that one, brother. I done stopped a whole lot of shows. I be like, nah.
I gotta stop it early if I stop it. If I get too much into it,
I let Bridgerton go all the way through.
If I get too much into it, that means I'm into it. I won't let myself get into it.
I want to see how it ends. How you choose to end it.
Bro, I didn't get to the end of that movie on Netflix with the two black dudes, the dude who played on Snowfall and
Marvel shit, Anthony Mackie in there.
Yeah,
I ain't watched it.
I ain't like the ending.
I
ain't watched it yet.
I should have died.
It's not worth it. Then I'm not.
I should have died before they started blowing stuff up at the end. I was like, I kind of know what's about to happen. I'm good, bro. Appreciate it. It was good, right? I just got off work. I just want to feel the air, so I got off the bus early and walked like 2 blocks.
I did watch that movie with old boy that played Martin Luther King and Selma. Y'all know the black dude I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He got a movie where he got a niece that gets killed, but then he goes back 2 weeks and ends up able to call her 2 weeks back in the past. To try to warn her that she's about to die.
I saw that. Well, no, I saw another movie.
So it's like a
girl that came back to save her brother from dying.
That's See You Yesterday.
Man,
That's See You Yesterday.
There's too many of them.
Yeah,
I know
this
what you're talking
one.
about. That's a good movie though.
This one, the girl, his niece, his whole family gets shot up, and then all of a sudden he gets a call, but it's from her, from a week or 2 weeks away. So what has happened to her hasn't already happened yet on the phone wise. And so
What's the name of that shit? I gotta see
he's
that.
trying to warn
Is
her.
it good?
Huh?
Is it good?
It's
Nah,
called
I'm not
Don't Let
watching
Go.
that.
No, it's good because I was
Oh,
like, how the fuck how do you end this? And then it shows how the world's almost it's some deep ass shit, man. But it's definitely a black movie, a lot of black actors, and he can definitely act, even though he's an English motherfucker. Huh?
It's on Amazon, so
HBO Max.
Oh man,
I got that at the crib. All right.
I do know. I did see HBO is doing this black art documentary starting soon. That's gonna be on HBO.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely catching that. Yeah, I saw that.
It's gonna be like a black art documentary,
the history of black art
series. Yeah, so
and how it was left out in the history of art.
No, it's still left out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was like we've been underwritten forever, and like we still here.
Been underwritten but stolen from. Yeah, because it's like
which is normal. I mean that's
normal black shit. Look, man,
like
we used
black
bullshit.
We used to getting shit stolen, recreating, getting shit stolen, recreating. Y'all try to take chitlins and well, y'all didn't take chitlins. Y'all actually left that with us. Y'all definitely took collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread. Hot water cornbread.
And thank God y'all kept green bean casseroles to y'allself.
Y'all had that
y'all
shit.
can have them green beans.
I ain't never had that shit.
Casserole either.
Yes, you had with those crunchy ass fried onions on top of it.
I've never had that in my life.
Of course you haven't, KB. That's the point. That's what we're talking about now.
I had a green bean casserole too. You went to a church, you had somebody
No, I don't. If you say casserole, I'ma just chill. Cause pretty much casserole just mean a bunch of stuff in a cooking pan and you bake it. That's it. You just baking all kinds.
They call that goulash too.
Yeah,
shit is disgusting.
No thanks.
You gonna put everything from the fridge in there,
that's what that
and bake it
and just put it out and eat.
That's like shepherd's pie. I don't fuck with that either. I don't know who the fuck is the shepherd and why did he have a pie? Do we even know?
Oh, shepherd. Oh.
No, I don't want any shepherd's pie.
No casserole.
I don't want pot pie.
Oh, pot pie.
Do you want to see that savory fucking with your sweet?
It depends on who's cooking a pot pie. I like pot pies.
You like vegetables in your pie?
I'm gonna just say this right now. When I was a kid, we used to eat them all the time, and I still hate them right now. Now my mama,
you know what I used to eat?
My mama will go get a pot pie from like KFC. She was like, "They so good." I'd be like,
"Nah, I'm not gonna do that." But
you know, my mom used to feed us all the time catfish nuggets.
I like catfish nuggets.
I like your mama.
I like catfish nuggets.
She get that big ass bag.
We didn't get a lot of catfish nuggets in my house.
Bro, that shit was cheap that motherfucker.
Off topic. Talking about black. Let's go. I tell you what I hate the most. If we talking about black
you like
that we
catfish?
grew up with.
Oh, that's why
you don't eat catfish?
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
It sucks living in Houston for you. Shit.
I bet.
I'm like, see, I didn't know.
I know a couple of people from Louisiana.
That's why you talking about spaghetti.
What?
Oh, I'm serious.
What the fuck do you eat? Chicken?
Everything. Potatoes, everything.
It ain't Louisiana.
You don't eat seafood either?
No, I do. I do. But the food that I hate the most is spaghetti. Okay? So,
like regular spaghetti?
Man, I could care less, bro.
Any
like,
type of
I don't really give a fuck.
That's not black culture. I don't think we invented spaghetti.
No, we did, but black people sure make me alive. And I tell you, nigga,
you know, black people like to bake it.
No. Them spaghetti weeks was hard, bro.
Then they definitely lasted a week,
bro. What? I'm talking about my mom and them, they gonna make a pot this big of spaghetti, bro. And I look at it, and it's only like 4 of us in the house.
shit
And I'm
got
like, who the fuck is all of this spaghetti for? I'm like,
You get hungry.
you got to eat this shit for a week. Like this shit don't go bad. Oh my god, I hate spaghetti.
This is my mom take the leftovers,
anything but spaghetti.
throw a whole bunch of new cheese on top of it.
Oh, like what is that?
In the oven, now it's baked spaghetti.
What is that?
I'm like, look, this ain't spaghetti. You just put cheese
Now
on top.
it's warm. Now it's warm.
Get you a slice of the
Thank
bacon.
you.
Now you can slice it. That's all the difference. You can slice it now.
Now it's just warm. Hey, what? Hey, no.
What, baked spaghetti?
Oh my goodness, bro.
And I now that I'm saying it again, I would like to bring up the fact that earlier before we started the show, you know, our producer was talking about how much she loves spaghetti, right? And she
It's the
said,
Midwest thing.
Gotta
gotta be,
right.
I'm
I'm like,
spaghetti.
no,
But we
boy.
don't do like, cause when I used to,
I don't want SpaghettiOs, pizza, pasta.
yeah, cause for real, like when we used to barbecue in college, when we used to barbecue in college with the people from Chicago and Detroit, they be like, we like bringing meats and shit. They like, well, we're gonna bring the spaghetti. And
Spaghetti?
we like, what the fuck you bringing spaghetti? We
Like
just,
who eats spaghetti with fucking barbecue?
this motherfucker, that's like one of the items, bro. Or at the fish fry, they got fish fry and spaghetti.
I've seen that before.
You seen that one?
At the churches, because you know the churches do that. You know them churches will hook up
Y'all ever had spaghetti night at y'all school?
I've
Yeah.
done spaghetti in high
The
school.
Yeah.
I'm the teacher that has done
You remember?
spaghetti.
I remember.
Goddamn right.
Now that was the trash of spaghetti.
Now, we had
All
good spaghetti.
day.
We had good spaghetti. We had it catered. We had
Ain't
it
no
catered.
damn good
Even
spaghetti.
catered spaghetti,
That was good.
bulk spaghetti is nasty unless you making me a
Yeah,
pan.
it was a pan. It was
No,
pan.
I'm talking about like you put the noodles and it's my portion and you cook it up and you put it on my plate. That's good spaghetti.
Okay, let me ask you this straight like this.
Like at Belvedere, pasta man.
Hot topic right now. When you cook spaghetti, sauce in the noodles and the meat or separate?
Separate.
In it together, and I'm whipping it up.
You mean
Together or
cook it up
separate?
like
No, I fuck cooking. I'm talking
Like eat
about
'em?
when
I
you
store
like do you
them
put the noodles on
separately.
your plate
I
and
eat
you put the
'em together.
sauce, or is it already all together?
I store it separately, but I cook it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't warm it up in the microwave, so I take my noodles.
Oh well, see, I grew up
And
with
then I
spaghetti
put my
that's already
noodles. I
whole.
put my
Like,
noodles
once
in the
it's
pan
made,
with some
like,
olive oil, and then I throw the sauce on
the
top.
sauce in there, the meat, the sauce.
I keep them separate until it's time to eat them, John.
Nah, see.
But most people they keep it separate. And they just put the
That's-
noodles on their plate, and then they take a spoon
Yeah,
and they
I
clump
don't-
all the
clump it
spaghetti
in.
I don't
on
want
top.
that.
No,
I
I
don't
cook
want
my shit.
That really is gonna make me not want to eat spaghetti. Like, fuck, I didn't want to eat the shit at first.
So you want it
But
already together?
Now I gotta put it together too. It's like I said, like you know when you go to the
But see, if it's together, your mama.
No,
Yeah.
but I said either way, I'm eating spaghetti, nigga. But
You want to make it
you go to the fancy restaurant and they bring your burger, but it's like open, and I'm like, wait, brother,
Well,
like,
y'all ain't finished.
why did you not? Like, all you had to do is just flop my shit up in there. Why is it open? Why?
Courtesy.
They
They don't
No, bro.
They
You may
want
wanna
to
add
put some more stuff
You
on
may
it.
want to put some fries there. You may want to put whatever.
They also bring you a bottle of ketchup.
You should not have opened my burger, son.
They never closed it.
That's the problem. It's the problem. I don't care.
I get what you're saying. That's how the burger went up.
Not every single burger place is like that, but you go to the special one and bring your plate, you like, oh, it's a big ass, and it's like,
Put it together.
like, bro, that's all you had to do.
It's a style.
Bro,
a way to bring
I'm about to
food.
drop $60 in this hole. You can't slap my burger together.
No, y'all not for expensive burger. You gotta look. They want you to see the patty.
That's the point of thing. You don't see how big a burger is like this, nigga. You see how big a burger is like.
You want.
You got to be.
You might want to dress your bun.
Which is always very, very important with eating.
It really is.
You definitely want to
Bun
dress
stress.
your bun.
Talking about that bread.
I feel some type of way. Don't close my burger until I'm ready.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you want yours closed for you. Don't close my shit.
Look, just I already know you back there touching it. But now you leaving it open. Now the middle of my burger is exposed to all the air. Like all of it. Now you just bringing out shit. People in the back. I've been a waiter, so I know what people do in the back. They talk shit, come up to the table.
It's sitting on the hot tray wide open.
Nigga standing over the plate like, oh, I gotta run into 52. Come on. You want
to take this?
No, close my shit, please.
The outskirts are still gonna get the air.
It's just a simple thing. It's small, but it's so simple.
But
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna open
the top of your bun is still gonna.
They wait for you to put your sauce, so you have to open it.
And because now when I bring it down, I'm gonna sit it down, and you gonna bring it open it. I just closed that motherfucker.
You did.
What do you do?
Open it, put your sauce, and you close it.
Fair, okay? Fair. But I still feel how I feel. Close my shit and let me do what I gotta do. Alright? I can do it. I know how I want it. I just told you halfway how I want it. And when it get here, I'm gonna make it the rest of the way. But what I don't like is the knife in my shit.
Man, that shit make my burger.
First of all, not my burger, but all the part in the
Why
middle.
do y'all do that? Like it don't.
It makes it look like you got a burger.
Keep it together. It's to keep it together.
Nigga, get a toothpick.
Bro, you don't think Whataburger was harder when they were putting them toothpicks in the burgers like back in the day? Man, Whataburger tasted so much better when they used to stick them little yellow toothpicks in
when you go to the north side, he got a
He still
toothpick. Every
put
one of them
toothpicks
toothpicks in one of them burgers. Every single one is gonna be a toothpick, but you know.
I feel like a toothpick just make the burger.
Toothpick is cool, but that big ass knife, like just like
it's like a butcher burger.
No, you do not fix my food.
Yeah, this type of burger. Don't bring that bitch on a plate. Don't bring it on a cutting board.
It's Black History Month. It's Black History Month, and everything is deep.
Well, you gotta eat at different places, bro. You can't eat at places where they fucking stick knives in food. They got some expensive places.
You gotta eat at different places, bro.
They got some upscale places. They got upscale places. They don't stick the knives in the food. They gonna bring you your burger closed, but that bitch gonna be $100 burger.
It's definitely gonna be $100.
It'll be closed though. How would you like your burger closed or open?
Value cheaper is well done cheaper or is rare the cheapest. Which one? Just
bro, they give you that face in the restaurant. You say well done.
Rare in a box, and I think
they give you a face. You say well done.
And they definitely make faces at me. I'll be straight. Well done.
For your steak, son?
I don't like nothing pink in my fucking meat.
Now you gotta get medium, bro. Medium well.
That shit is medium red in the middle.
Okay,
that shit is red in the middle. No, thank you. I worked at a steakhouse. I will never eat a medium steak. In the middle. Medium well, period.
Medium well.
Medium well.
Medium well.
I want a thin pink circle around the edge, period. I know how to ask. I know what to tell them. Straight up, medium well. That's on the lighter side of medium well though. It's like closer to medium.
Yeah,
but
not
medium well, thin pink circle.
Cause I'm like, where's the pink? Where's the?
Nah, I don't want.
I need to.
I don't want it to be bloody, bro. Like I ain't doing that.
I don't want it to bleed.
I'm not fucking
I don't want it to bleed.
Dracula, like I don't want.
It can't bleed, but I want to cut and see a little pink. I need to see a little pink.
Let me touch you.
Cooked
pink. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's not cool. That's not cool.
That's what happens with meat. That's real meat. You don't know that you eating real meat. You want to cut your shit that you could be eating cardboard. Like,
nah, I gotta go.
You defeating the purpose of a steak. Now you gonna put a whole bunch of garlic butter and A1 sauce and all this shit on it.
Joe, you do realize that anything past before medium is basically like your steak is basically not thoroughly.
Yeah, it's called rare.
No,
rare.
No, rare is rare.
Yeah.
But then you got medium rare, and then you got medium. Medium is still a version of a unthoroughly cooked steak.
Nah, not really. It's one of the juiciest.
Okay. Time out. I'ma say it like this. Do you want a medium to medium well chicken?
No. Chicken and beef are not the same thing.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, they not.
So when you make tacos and when you use ground beef, is your ground beef medium or medium well?
I like to get it just above the pink.
So
Yeah,
if it's just above pink, it ain't pink.
This nigga lucky
Then you cook it. Yeah. So why you don't? What's the difference?
Well, ground beef has other things in it than just a straight steak. A straight steak is that straight meat.
Don't you
So
want your
you
burgers?
don't have
So
to
how do you
have
get
that
your
cook-
burgers cooked? You get your burgers cooked medium well. It's the same. It's still beef. Nigga.
Nah, I
It's
get
like-
my burgers
It's all
cooked well
from the same
done.
animal. I don't give a fuck if it's the ass part of the chicken.
Unless you're a fancy
Well,
restaurant.
most Anglo-Saxons get their burger medium because it's the juiciest burger. But I like my burgers medium well.
It's dry, like it's dry
But
blood mixed with grease.
So medium
That's
well
why
still got
it's
some pink in it.
A little bit. It's a
anything that say medium got pink in it.
Yeah, it got
Don't
a little
listen to them.
I always say well done. So don't
You know, I'm gonna just say this. I probably shouldn't say this
well done
live,
but juicy. That's
but what I have come to notice
I
is
want
that
to try.
white people like a lot of sour or spoiled foods. Kombucha, blue cheese, cheese.
I tried to get on the kombucha train.
You know,
I'm like, oh.
you know, just even
My
wine
stomach
is
said-
spoiled drinks. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just noticing
I don't
the
even
pattern
none of that
that
shit.
there are lots of things that are spoiled and expired that the other culture enjoys to partake in.
Well, they're
I find
fermented.
nigga, that's spoiled.
That man is moldy.
That is spoiled. Even if it's homogenized, nigga, that is spoiled.
What the wine?
That nigga like
That's what I'm saying. I do like blue cheese.
Thank you,
I
you
like
blue cheese motherfucker.
blue cheese is mold. I know. Hey, talk about more. They like
Say
more.
you what?
I love blue cheese. I found it was
Until you know it was
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
moldy cheese. Fucking
No,
mildew.
milk is molded.
Nah, bro.
I don't drink milk.
Cheese
Curds.
is old milk.
I don't eat cheese. How about that?
Well,
cheese.
What?
cheese is like I actually cannot eat a lot of shit without cheese.
I'm not eating no
I
sandwich,
need
burger,
cheese.
none of that shit without cheese.
I
That shit is not
put some cheese
happening.
on. I'm an American, brother. Okay? Put some cheese on my
It's
shit.
not gonna happen.
Even put the cheese on my taco. I'm sorry I'm from the north side and I love
I give tacos
my
out
Hispanic
but
and
burgers.
But please, just
sandwiches,
put a little cheese on my
must
taco.
have cheese.
No cheese.
I don't get on the taco.
Tomatoes and shit.
And I hate obvious cheese. You gonna put cheese on anything, you give me melt that
Obvious
shit and
cheese.
blend it into
What
the
is-
motherfucking meal. You know when your burger,
What is obvious cheese?
that cheese that you get in your burger and they ain't melt that shit, you can pull it right off.
Is that-
But then you got the kind they melt that bitch in and you gotta scrape that shit off
Yeah.
with a napkin because that shit is cooked into the motherfucking thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
What's
obvious
cheese.
like nigga, you just threw a lump of cheese on here, nigga.
See?
Like, you just
Now, I'll give you this. If your shit was closed,
Give me
then
that.
That's why I like my burger open too. Let me pull the cheese off.
you wouldn't have seen it.
Don't close my shit with the cheese on top. Now the bread all stuck to the cheese.
I got to have my cheese, bro. I have to. My sandwiches and burgers, I'm not gonna eat it without cheese.
Fuck cheese.
It's like what's
cheese?
what's the burger
Cheese,
without
cheese.
cheese?
The only thing I
like
eat
that.
cheese on is pizza and mac and cheese because it's in the fucking name.
Cheese like
You just can't have mac and
what is the mac though? What is mac?
that's the macaroni.
Mm.
The
So
macaroni
you can't just have
noodles.
macaroni?
You can. That's just
gonna
a
be
boiled
good.
noodles, nigga.
noodles. Shit gonna be disgusting and shit.
So basically, noodles by themselves is born.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
mac, which means black people is like the cheese.
Facts.
In America, it was just mac before we brought the cheese. Made this bitch mac and
I was trying to go. I was trying to go.
I'm following it though.
I'm like, how am I gonna jump into this?
I
I'm not
just tried not to
sure.
laugh.
But I'm gonna try to jump into the mixed part. I'm gonna do this.
No, I got
mix it.
I got it. As twisted as I know I got it. So if I got it, I know y'all.
He said it. He started with his deep comment. So macaroni by itself is just boring. He's talking about white people.
Yo,
Didn't he go deeper than other shit? What was the other thing?
no, man.
Cause he's an animal.
The animal. Oh no, man.
Well, why is macaroni boring?
Goddamn noodle.
Put it in water and what it do? What it do?
It blow up,
Blow up and then what?
turn white.
Turn white and then
Stick
what?
together.
Stick together.
And can burn the shit out of you.
But when that cheese get in,
Now everybody wants some noodles. Now we want some noodles. But if you just, bring them noodles like they is, they just blame. It's
yeah, because you get to the part, you just brought
especially
noodles.
if you don't put no salt in that water.
Mm.
Whoa, a lot of y'all
Gotta season your water.
I bet a lot of y'all ain't never put no salt in that water. Unseasoned water.
Unseasoned boiling water.
You might as well just dip the chicken in the water after you cook it. That's what it's like. It's like you season all this chicken and you just take a chicken leg and dunk it in water. Like, all right, you just completely washed all the life off of this thing.
Oh my goodness, bro.
No wonder it's dead now. Like, damn, man. I'm sorry, man.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
bro.
These are Black History moments, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. If y'all want to know what Black people think about, man, we telling y'all right now, man. This is the
Just
shit.
sit here,
This is what the fuck we
Sitting
talking
here having
about.
black talk.
Black talk about
Black
black
talk.
food, about
Black
black
shit.
history, our own black history, and what the fuck we grew up.
Nah.
And that fucking spaghetti, how you eat steak, because black people don't eat steak the same way as other people.
Straight.
It's just, I don't know why.
I think no.
Or spaghettis.
I worked at a steakhouse, and I guarantee at least 80 to 85% of black people that came in that bitch all said well done.
And niggas be saying that shit like that's.
And I almost want to say
I-
90, but I'm gonna say 80.
They come in at night, get that $100 steak, make that
Well done. I took one to the back.
That's how you supposed to.
But juicy. You gotta add. But juicy. You gotta try that shit out.
I'm about to say.
You
I
gotta try that
might
shit
as well
out.
just burn this one.
Yeah, that's why you gotta say juicy. Them niggas gonna burn your shit.
Like I might as
You
well
said
just
well
burn this.
done. No, bitch,
Yeah,
I didn't
take
say
this
burn
burn
it.
ass.
I said well done.
Take this burn ass piece of meat out the table 12.
Fuck, I'm gonna do. I throw that shit back at him.
You
Hey,
can't
you get that shit. Ooh, this
You
shit
clearly
is
just waste
right.
Nah, burn and well done are different.
Nah, you like, man, I got the crust on it.
Honestly, I think I only like flame grilled steaks.
Like Burger King?
Like grilled. No.
I ain't had Burger King.
Right.
It definitely.
I might go to Burger King
It
tonight.
definitely, Burger King definitely tastes
Whopper.
flame.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like
It definitely tastes like it went through a
propane tank. Like they just set it. They just set it on the tank and just cut that hole up. Like, but for 5 minutes it was like, and put all of that shit in the meat, and then it just
run through the top.
No, but like flame grill steak, like actually cooked like on a grill.
Like
Yeah. Like a flat surface grill, they are good. Like they are good, but I would much rather it be like a actual.
I like a grill.
I like flame grill.
Cook my shit over
grill
good
Barbecue. Cold.
Barbecue, baby.
Just barbecue.
I'm a barbecue nigga, bro. I
Cook my shit over some coals and some wood inside.
Facts.
That's what they do in Houston, man. You used to walk by that shit in Houston. That motherfucker had that shit. Every time you walk by,
fire had the joke.
It was glass, it's plexiglass. They was COVID face
I'm
before COVID.
I'm not about to put coals and wood inside of shit.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are, bro. You would, bro.
But you'll go to Benny Hanna's, nigga, and sit right next to a stove.
Bro, you're not gonna. Yes, you would burn the wood in the coal. Just burn regular, bro.
How do you think you smell when
Hold
you
on,
leave
wait,
Benny house?
So you saying I burn the wood in the coal and cook my food?
No, they doing it. You just get to see
Inside?
it. Yeah. Where you think the grill be?
I hope. Yes.
At your upscale restaurant,
You
you
right
there.
you right. They got
go
fire
outside and do the
But
steak.
I thought we was talking about barbecue, and that's why I was like, I'm
Oh,
talking about barbecue in the house.
barbecue.
Because when you like that fire, nigga, we all did.
No, we talking about the flame grill steaks at the restaurant.
Houston.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My
Yeah,
bad.
but no, we
I was like,
barbecuing.
they got flames in there too? Like, is it just...
But we did grow up when they used to barbecue inside. Y'all remember barbecue restaurant? They all fancy and shit now, but back in the day, nigga, used to leave that bitch smoky little mother.
Have y'all ever been...
And you lingers for the whole
The
night.
whole day. How you
Oh,
They
that
be
barbecue.
like, yes, bro.
nigga, you went to Grady's, huh?
And frying chicken.
And fried fish.
You open every window in the house, bro.
And you
You show up to the party, nigga. You was frying chicken back there.
Fried chicken ain't no
every
stop.
time.
Fried chicken ain't
Every
no
You
stop.
try to show up to the party. Nigga, you was frying chicken today?
Straight up. You ready to hoop? Damn, nigga, what you do? Chicken?
Nah.
Fried the chicken.
Your shit smell like cologne and chicken, nigga.
Cologne and chicken. We know you cooked. We know you ate before you came here.
Bro, we used to do it. Like, oh, I know your mama.
We know your mama
We going over there tonight. Ain't no more.
What your mama cook? What you
No.
talking about? I feel you, man.
It's gone. We ate it all.
Bro, there's no way to cook chicken in your house and not get a smell on you, bro.
Not good fried chicken.
Not
You can fry regular chicken.
You can air fry chicken.
Nah, look.
That's the new way.
I have
Everybody
look.
air frying.
I have been to someone's house and they really didn't like season or kind of really batter the chicken, but they still fried it. And you didn't smell nothing because they weren't cooking nothing.
So it's the seasoning?
Yeah, it's like the flour and the batter
No.
that's getting burnt off. That's what's creating the smell. Like when you cook,
That's
like
why I can't eat Boston Market.
like
They don't
if
put
you
no
smell,
seasoning.
like you can smell a steak cooking,
Nothing
right?
on
But when you start seasoning, it starts to smell different.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro, don't you hate when something looks so delicious
and
and you bite into it and it's bland and a mother, like it look like it got all the seasoning in the world on it. And then you bite it and it's just like,
I'm gonna tell you, you get like that when I go like banquets.
that's how Raising Cane's chicken tenders are without the sauce.
Facts.
I'm like, bro, this is a beautiful
Facts.
golden, like you fried
They frying
this
to
perfectly.
perfection.
Like,
you
if
know
I
what?
run out of sauce,
You know what?
I'm not eating the rest of these motherfucking
You mad
chicken
as
tenders,
fuck?
bro.
This is what I'm gonna say.
And you better pray you let
It's
your
y'all
don't
niggas'
eat your
fault.
bread.
It's y'all
It's
niggas'
bread
fault
gonna
that y'all
go
still
first.
going there. Y'all niggas still going to Raising Cane's. They ain't make Raising Cane's for you. They ain't make Raising Cane's for you.
It's for white people
Yeah, you gotta be.
with dogs.
Y'all niggas need to start going to Golden Chick.
I go to
I
go
go to chick.
Golden Chick.
Don't play yourself.
Golden Chick.
That's
Ain't no more cake.
They know my name.
Ain't no more Raising
Bro, they
Cane's.
know my order when we go up there like
Golden
2
Chick.
piece roasted. Yeah.
Roasted. Why
Done.
you ain't getting the chicken tenders or the Halloween
fried.
on Wednesday?
This is they knew it. Dozen rolls, one sweet tea.
I don't do the fried, bro.
Bro,
Cause they be too battered.
on Stop Post Road by Brentwood in Windsor Village.
Mine is right next to that gas station in front of our crib.
Mine don't walk
Right attached to it.
up the street. Up the street. Yeah.
Oh, that's hey, you tried the roasted
with the
chicken?
with
that. The
with
rolls?
a whole lot of zing.
The rolls?
I don't eat
yeah.
bread, brother. I don't eat
But,
bread.
Bro, you
gotta
missed.
try to.
Swine
You
my
gotta
blood.
get that
I feel like a Muslim. Like, nah.
If you ever went to Grandy's back in the day,
seasoning that
nigga,
they put on that chicken, they golden roast.
these fucking rolls,
I mean golden roast. The golden chicken, that shit is fucking.
I don't fuck with that
You don't
chicken
even have
and
to
none of
use
that. I
barbecue
fuck with
sauce
that
or
rolls.
whatever sauce.
I don't
Like, it's
eat
good.
bread. That's not for real. Like, I
Bread.
just got out of jail. Like, I don't eat bread. Like, no, I don't.
I
I'm a
eat the
Muslim.
bread.
I'm a Muslim. I don't eat bread.
I don't know what religion eat bread, but I'm that religion.
Like, I'm just that religion. Just that
Do
bread.
you know my parents used to serve as communion at their church?
Bread.
Do you know what kind of bread?
Wonder bread.
Nigga, we
Meat
serve
balls.
Hawaiian bread, nigga. You know how many times niggas would come back in line?
That is fancy. I might have went there once because I had a burger
You
with
know the
Hawaiian
first
bread.
hands that Hawaiian bread came out before they came out with the roll package. You just had to buy that Jesus loaf.
Yes.
Nigga, they used to break off the bread. Nigga, me and my brother used to do a 360, get back in line, nigga. Have another piece of the body.
Straight out, another piece of the body.
Have another piece of the body, please.
I need some more Jesus.
I need some more body.
I need more Jesus.
I'm good on the blood. I'm good on the blood.
All right.
Only precious kids can tell them jokes.
That was the one. That was the one.
But man, these have been moments in our history, which is Black history. And just know that we are celebrating Black history all fucking year long.
All year.
Because it's Black history fucking year.
Black history.
And we gonna love Black. You gonna learn to love Black. We already love Black. And we thank y'all for tuning in as always as we do our thing on Actors Quarantine Corner.
Y'all check in next week.
Stretch this shit the fuck out. So y'all make sure y'all share all this shit.
No,
If you
you
enjoy
too.
it, tell your friends. Tell your mama friends. Tell your mama friends. Tell your daddy and them.
Black.
It's going down. We thank y'all for tuning in.
Actors Quarantine Corner.
Damn, they killed that nigga for no fucking reason.
Rabies, nigga.
That shit crazy. I would never get that.
KB got bad.
Fucking
KB got bad, man.